Now from the Boston Museum of Science, Sci-Tech Today on NECN.
On Sci-Tech Today, future heart disease patients could benefit from a new technique that targets damaged arteries. Joining us now from the Museum of Science Boston is nanotechnology correspondent Karine Thate. Good to have you with us, Karine.
Hi, Leslie.
So, how exactly will this work?
Well, our viewers may remember seeing this toy, Woolly Willy, where you use a magnet to guide iron filings and create a hairdo or beard for Willy. Well, researchers at London's University College used a similar idea to use magnets to guide stem cells, in this case endothelial progenitor cells, to damaged arteries. Let's say this tube is a damaged artery and this is the site of injury. There are some magnetic particles inside, as you can see. Well, just like with Woolly Willy, we can use an external magnet to target those particles to the site of the injury.
And what do you have to do? Bond the two together, or how do you get the stem cells in there with the magnets?
Well, that's the key issue. In order to use magnets to guide stem cells, you need to get tiny nanomagnets inside the stem cells. And luckily, that turned out to be relatively easy. If you roll that animation we sent over, I'll talk you through how they do it.
The researchers put these tiny magnetic iron nanoparticles into the growth medium, where they're culturing the stem cells. As the cells grow, they engulf the magnetic nanoparticles. The researchers then injected the cells into lab rats, directly into the damaged arteries. Normally, most of these healing cells would just flow past the site of injury, but when the researchers held a magnet near the area that needed repair, the magnetized stem cells cling to that spot and get to work making a healthy new lining for the damaged artery.
Interesting. Now, are there human implications here, or have human trials started?
Well, right now this research has only been done in rats so far, and it's not quite ready for human clinical trials, but perhaps in the next few years.
All right, and what about the safety of using the iron nanoparticles?
Well, they seem to be safe. These particles are already FDA approved for use in the body during MRI scans as a contrast agent. And the particles just have a sugar coating that easily breaks down, and the tiny amount of iron they contain just gets absorbed and used by the body in the same way that iron in our food is absorbed. But the safety issue will be fully answered by these rat studies in future human clinical trials.
And who are the patients or the people who would most greatly benefit from this if it is approved for humans?
The researchers focused on damaged arteries because heart disease is such a big killer. And a common treatment right now is angioplasty, a procedure that opens clogged arteries. But the angioplasty is very rough on the artery lining. So doctors are hoping to use this magnet guidance technique to get stem cells to those damaged arteries and make sure they heal quickly and don't narrow again, causing another heart attack.
All right, nanotechnology correspondent Karine Thate, thanks so much for joining us from the Museum of Science this morning.
Thank you, Leslie.